Baseball wagering rules. Baseball notes: if a regular season game is called or suspended after 4.5 innings of play, the score is determined after the last full inning of play, unless the home team scores to tie or win in the bottom half of the inning, in which case the winner is determined by the score when the game is called. When betting listed pitchers, both pitchers must start in order to have action. In baseball, a wager on a run line or a total will always be with the listed pitchers, therefore if there is a pitcher change, the wager will be a no action. Rules exception: MLB postseason games that are suspended, not cancelled, bets will carry over until the game is ruled final. This rule exception only applies to MLB postseason games and not regular season games. Example: Texas and Tampa score is 1-2 in the top of the 8th, and Texas scores a run to tie the game 2-2. Now the game is suspended due to rain and scheduled to resume 2 days later. In this case, all bets pending will remain pending until the game is completed and ruled final. Rules exception: in the event that doubleheader games are scheduled for 7 innings only, such as the MLB 2020 season, the game must go at least 7 innings, 6.5 if the home team is winning, for the run line, game total, and game team totals to have action. When wagering on run lines, alternate run lines, team totals or total runs, over, under, for the game must go 9 innings, 8.5 if the home team wins, to have action. If a regular season game is called or suspended in extra innings, the score will be determined after the last full inning unless the home team scores to tie or takes the lead in the bottom half of the inning, in which case the score is determined at the time the game is called. The result of a game is official after 5 innings of play unless the home team is leading after 4.5 innings. If a regular season game is called or suspended, the winner is determined by the score after the last full inning unless the home team scores to tie or takes the lead in the bottom half of the inning, in which case the winner is determined by the score at the time the game is called. Monies will be refunded if the home team ties the game and it is then suspended. Regular season games will not carry over to the following day unless otherwise specified. Wagers on total runs, run lines, and alternate run lines will be refunded if a pitcher change occurs prior to both listed pitchers throwing at least one pitch. Moneyline wagers on baseball will be accepted in the following manner. Action team against team, regardless of the starting pitchers. Listed pitchers: if both starting pitchers are not exactly as specified at the time of the bet, the wager will be deemed no action. One listed pitcher: this is a wager on or against one specified pitcher, regardless of the other starting pitcher. If the specified pitcher does not start, the wager is deemed no action. In the event there is a pitching change prior to the game, the money line will be adjusted and action wagers will be graded using the opening price for the new pitcher. A pitcher is deemed a starter after throwing the first pitch to the opponent's first batter. Doubleheader games are denoted as Game 1 or Game 2. Members may list pitchers in a doubleheader, however, wagers are taken on games, not pitchers. If a scheduled pitcher does not go in his scheduled game of a doubleheader but in the other game, wagers are graded based on the game, not on the pitcher. Regular season win percent: specifically for this market, bets have action irrespective of the number of regular season games completed by a team. If the 2022 MLB All-Star Game is tied after 9 innings, the game will go to a home run contest. A single run will be added to the total score for the winning team. This will apply for all pre-match wagers. Example: if tied 3-3 after 9 full innings, and the NL wins the home run contest, the final score of the game will be NL 4-3. All wagers on baseball first 5 innings will be decided on the basis of the score at the end of 5 full innings. If a game is final in 4.5 innings, then all wagers on the first 5 innings will be cancelled. Baseball series wagers. Wagers on baseball series are based on the first 3 games played of each series. At least 2 of the first 3 series games must be played for wagers to have action. If only one of the first 3 games is postponed or cancelled, series wagers stand as written. If 2 of the first 3 games are postponed or cancelled, all wagers on that series will be graded as no action and the monies refunded. A called game will count toward a series wager provided it is officially declared a regulation game. Pitchers cannot be listed for series wagers. All wagers will have action regardless of the starting pitchers. Minor baseball/softball, NCAA and Little League. Grading: minor baseball/softball games have action regardless of their starting or completion date. Wagers will remain pending until the games are complete. Mercy rule: any baseball/softball game ending as a result of the mercy rule will have action on all wagers unless otherwise noted. Home team bottom team listed does not necessarily bat last. Disclaimer: please note that the rules, terms, and conditions of this site are subject to change at any time. It is the responsibility of each member to regularly review the updated rules available on the site. By continuing to use the service, you agree to be bound by the most recent terms and conditions.